Everyone talks about the latest, greatest hunting rounds, but what if I told you that some of the most powerful, most accurate, and most reliable calibers were invented decades ago, then left to collect dust? These forgotten giants don't just compete with modern rounds, they put them to shame. From insane knockdown power to unmatched long-range precision, these are the hidden legends of the hunting world. Today, we're uncovering the forgotten calibers that refuse to die and might just be the best-kept secret in hunting. Get ready, because this is going to change the way you look at your rifle. Number 10. Winchester, the Forgotten Brush Buster. Introduced 1955 by Winchester. Parent case .308 Winchester, necked up. Bullet diameter .358 in, 9.1 mm. Typical bullet weights 180 to 250 grains. Muzzle velocity 2300 to 2500 fps. Muzzle energy 2500 to 3000 foot-pounds. Effective range 200 to 250 yards. Ideal brush hunting range. Recoil moderate to heavy, about 20 to 25 foot-pounds. Why it flattens game in the woods. The .358 Winchester is a short-action thumper built for close-range, heavy-hitting performance. It's a favorite among hunters in thick timber where shots are quick and decisive. With heavy bullets and high frontal energy, it punches through brush and bone like a champ. This round is known to drop moose, elk, black bear, and even grizzly at closer ranges, all while staying compact and maneuverable. What it excels at: thick brush hunting, built for woods and mountain terrain. Big game, moose, elk, bear, hogs all go down hard. Quick handling rifles, short action means faster cycling and lighter guns. Guide guns, especially popular in Alaska and the Pacific Northwest. Pros, devastating short-range knockdown power. Great in compact, lightweight rifles. Less recoil than big magnums, but still hits hard. Excellent penetration with 220-plus grain bullets. Often overlooked, underrated value. Cons: limited factory ammo availability. Shorter effective range than modern magnums. Ballistics drop off quickly beyond 250 yards. Fewer rifle models currently chambered in .358. Popular rifles in .358 Winchester, Winchester Model 70 Featherweight, Browning BLR, Ruger M77, older runs, Savage 99, classic favorite. Custom short-action builds. Number 9. The battle-tested Deer Dropper. Introduced 1889. Country of origin: United Kingdom. Bullet diameter .311 inch, 7.9 mm. Typical bullet weights 150 to 180 grains. Muzzle velocity 2500–2700 fps. Muzzle energy 2300–2500 foot-pounds. Effective range: hunting up to 300 yards. Recoil moderate. Why it still works. The .303 British may be over a century old, but it's still putting venison in freezers worldwide. Originally a military cartridge, the .303 has proven its worth in both 2 world wars and the hunting fields of Canada, Africa, Australia, and the UK. Loaded with soft-point bullets, the .303 becomes a reliable medium game hunting round. It's ideal for deer, wild boar, black bear, and even elk at moderate ranges. What it's good for: whitetail and mule deer, clean kills within 250 to 300 yards. Boar and black bear, plenty of punch for medium-sized dangerous game. Elk, close range with heavy bullets and shot placement. Surplus rifle hunting, popular among vintage gun lovers using smell rifles. Pros: proven real-world performance. Widely available in Commonwealth surplus rifles. Soft recoil compared to modern magnums. Affordable ammo in most regions. Loads well for hand loaders. Cons: ballistically outdated versus modern hunting cartridges. Limited long-range performance. Old surplus rifles may need care or maintenance. Not ideal for large game at long distances. Popular rifles in .303 British, Lee Enfield SM LE No. 4 Mk1, P14 Enfield, Ishapur 2A1 Indian variant, BSA, and Parker Hale Sporterized Enfields.
Number 8.
257 Roberts.
The .257 Roberts, often just called the .257 Bob, is a medium-power .25 caliber centerfire rifle cartridge. It was originally a Wildcat round developed in the 1920s and later standardized by Remington in 1934. Known for its excellent accuracy, mild recoil, and flat trajectory, it remains a solid all-purpose hunting round. History: developed 1920s, Wildcat by Ned Roberts. Commercialized by Remington Arms. Standardized 1934, parent case 7x57mm Mauser. Ned Roberts based the cartridge on the 7mm Mauser case, neck down to accept .257-inch bullets. When Remington commercialized it, they made slight modifications to increase case capacity and improve performance. Cartridge specs: bullet diameter, .257-inch, 6.53mm. Neck diameter, .283-inch. Shoulder diameter, .440-inch. Base diameter, .473-inch. Case length, 2.233-inch. Overall length, 2.775-inch. Case type, rimless bottleneck. Primer type, large rifle. Max pressure, SAMI, 54,000 psi. Ideal uses: varmint hunting, high-speed lighter bullets work great for long-range varmints. Medium game, known as a deer hunter's dream due to its mild recoil and accuracy. Youth/beginner friendly. Soft recoil and reliable performance make it a favorite for newer hunters. Pros: very accurate and easy to shoot. Versatile for a wide range of game. Excellent balance of recoil and power. Available in modern and vintage rifles. Well respected among traditional hunters. Limited factory ammo options compared to .243 Win or .2506. Slightly less energy than modern high-velocity rounds. Ammo and brass can be pricey or harder to find. Reloading info. Handloaders love the .257 Roberts for its flexibility. Bullets from 75 to 100 grains perform well, and powders like IMR 4350, H4831, and RL19 are commonly used. Many reloaders can tune it to match or exceed. 2506 performance in Plus P variants. Plus P variant, Remington introduced a .257 Roberts Plus P version, which increases pressure and velocity safely in modern rifles. This variant offers ballistics near the 2506 Remington while preserving the original shootability. Legacy and modern use. The .257 Roberts has never been a commercial bestseller, but it has built a cult following. Loved by handloaders and hunters who appreciate a flat shooter with history, it's still chambered in some custom and limited production rifles. Summary: the .257 Roberts hits the sweet spot between recoil and performance. It's gentler than the .2506 Remington, more versatile than the .243, and still deadly on game. A timeless cartridge that continues to earn respect nearly a century later.
Number 7.
253,000 Savage.
The .250 3000 Savage, also known as .250 Savage, is a classic rifle cartridge developed by Charles Newton and introduced by Savage Arms in 1915 for their Model 99 lever-action rifle. It was the first American cartridge to achieve 3,000 feet per second FPS with an 87-grain bullet, an impressive feat for its time, and the origin of the 3000 in its name. History: introduced 1915. Designer: Charles Newton. Manufacturer: Savage Arms. Claim to fame: first commercially available cartridge to break 3,000 FPS, a major selling point for speed and flat trajectory. Originally designed for varmint and medium game hunting, the .250 3000 Savage gained popularity for its velocity, mild recoil, and effectiveness on small to mid-sized North American game like deer and antelope. Cartridge specs: bullet diameter 0.257 inch, 6.53 millimeters. Neck diameter 0.286 inch. Shoulder diameter 0.414 inch. Base diameter 0.471 inch. Case length 1.912 inch. Overall length 2.515 inch. Case type rimless, bottleneck. Primer type large rifle. Max pressure 45,000 psi. Note: the original 3,000 FPS velocity was with a light 87-grain bullet. Later loads with heavier bullets are more suitable for medium game. Ideal uses: varmint hunting, great for coyotes, groundhogs, and similar-sized pests. Medium game, highly effective on deer, pronghorn, and similar animals within 200 to 300 yards. Youth and recoil-sensitive shooters, mild recoil makes it a perfect learning cartridge or a lightweight hunting rifle round. Pros: flat shooting with light bullets, low recoil, historically significant, accurate and reliable, suitable for many vintage rifles. Cons: limited factory ammo availability today, outperformed ballistically by newer 25 caliber rounds, 2506 Rem, 25.7 Roberts. Not ideal for large game or extended range hunting. Reloading info: reloaders favor the .250 Savage for its accuracy and versatility. Common bullet weights range from 75 to 100 grains, with powders like IMR 4350, H4350, and Varget performing well. Legacy and modern use: though not as common today, the .25 3000 Savage has a loyal following among vintage rifle collectors and traditional hunters. It remains a great choice for those using older Savage Model 99s or anyone looking for a mild, effective, and historically significant hunting round.
Number 6.
220 Swift. Introduced 1935 by Winchester. Parent case 6mm Lee Navy. Bullet diameter 0.224 inches, 5.7 millimeters. Case type rimmed bottleneck. Muzzle velocity 4,000 to 4,200 feet per second, depending on load. Primary use: varmint and small game hunting. History: the .220 Swift was introduced by Winchester in 1935 and immediately set a world record for velocity, reaching speeds over 4,000 feet per second. At the time, it was the fastest commercial cartridge ever produced, a title it held for many years. Winchester initially chambered it in their Model 54 bolt-action rifle, and it quickly gained attention for its flat trajectory and long-range accuracy. Ballistics bullet weight range 40 to 60 grains. Typical muzzle velocity 40 grains, 4,200 plus FPS. Effective range up to 500 yards. Varmint 300 to 400 yards. Ethical hunting. Its speed delivers very flat trajectory, minimal wind drift at moderate ranges, devastating terminal ballistics on small game. Advantages: incredible speed. Few cartridges rival its velocity. Flat shooting makes it easier to hit small targets at long range. High accuracy, especially when paired with light, high-quality bullets. Ideal for varmints, prairie dogs, groundhogs, coyotes, and other small to mid-sized pests. Drawbacks: barrel erosion. High velocity equals faster throat wear. Not ideal for high-volume shooting. Overkill for some game. Extremely explosive on small animals. Not meat-friendly. Not great for reloaders. Fewer modern rifles chambered in 220 Swift today. Brass can be harder to find. Louder than average. The speed comes with a significant report. Use cases: varmint hunting, ground squirrels, prairie dogs, coyotes, foxes. Target shooting: Precision long-range target shooting. Collectors and enthusiasts, historic value and nostalgia for Speed Demon reputation. Note, while the Swift can take down medium game like deer with proper shot placement, it's generally discouraged due to light bullet weights. Fun fact, the .220 Swift was the first commercial cartridge to exceed 4,000 feet per second, and it still competes with modern calibers nearly 90 years later, a testament to its innovative design. Is it still worth it in 2025? Yes, if you want blistering speed, flat trajectories, and enjoy reloading or classic rifles. It's not for high-volume shooting or general big game use, but as a specialized varmint cartridge, it still shines.
Number 5.
5.6 Remington. The 25.6 Remington is a flat-shooting, high-velocity rifle cartridge that offers excellent performance for medium game hunting. It originated from the 36 Springfield case knockdown to accept a 257 6.53 m diameter bullet. 25.6 Remington quick overview. Parent case 36 Springfield. Bullet diameter 0.257 in 6.53 m. Muzzle velocity 3,320 grays with 120 ger bullets. Effective range 400 and 600 yards for hunting applications. Typical use: deer, antelope, coyotes, and even elk with heavier bullets. Pros: exceptional velocity and trajectory for long-range shooting. Versatile: light bullets for varmints, heavier bullets for deer/elk. Excellent accuracy with good hand loads or factory match ammo. Proven hunting round with decades of field use. Cons: can be overbore, leading to shorter barrel life. Recoil is more noticeable than similar 6M rounds like 6M Creedmoor. Not as popular as other cartridges, less ammo/rifle availability.
Number 4.
M. Remington.
The 6mm Remington, originally introduced in 1955 as the .244 Remington, is a high-velocity .24 caliber rifle cartridge that excels in both varmint and medium game hunting. It was designed to compete with the .243 Winchester, but suffered from initial marketing missteps that hindered its popularity despite superior ballistics. History: introduced 1955 as .244 Remington, renamed 1963 as 6mm Remington, parent case 7x57mm Mauser, developer Remington Arms. The original 244 Remington was paired with a 112 twist barrel optimized for 90-grain varmint bullets. This was a mistake, as competitors like the .243 Winchester had a faster twist, 110, and could stabilize 100+ grain bullets better for deer hunting. Remington corrected this later, renamed it 6mm Remington, and introduced 1.9 twist barrels to handle heavier bullets. Cartridge specifications: bullet diameter, .243 inch, 6.17 millimeters. Neck diameter, .276 inch. Shoulder diameter, .429 inch. Base diameter, .471 inch. Case length, 2.233 inch. Overall length, 2.825 inch. Case type, rimless, bottleneck. Maximum pressure, SAMI, 65,000 psi. Primer type, large rifle. Note: these values vary based on barrel length and load. Ideal uses: varmint hunting. With light bullets, it's a devastating long-range round for coyotes and prairie dogs. Deer and antelope. The 6mm Rem handles deer with ease when loaded with 90-100 grain bullets. Target and bench rest, known for excellent inherent accuracy due to its long neck and high velocity. Pros: higher velocity than .243 Win with equal bullet weight. Excellent accuracy potential. Good case capacity and modern powder compatibility. Versatile for varmint or big game with bullet swap. Mild recoil. Cons: less popular than .243 Win equals fewer factory ammo options. Early reputation hurt by twist rate issues. Harder to find rifles chambered in 6mm rem today. Reloading notes. Reloaders appreciate the 6mm rem for its efficiency and versatility. With proper hand loads, it can exceed 243 win performance by 100-200 FPS. Best powders include IMR 4350, H4350, RL19, and Varget. Ideal bullet weights range from 55 to 107 grains. Comparison: 6mm Remington versus 243 Winchester. Feature: 6mm Remington, 243 Winchester. Velocity: slightly higher, slightly lower. Case length: longer, shorter. Twist: original 112, later 19, 110. Bullet selection: similar, more factory loads. Factory support: limited, extensive. Accuracy potential: very high, high. Legacy and modern use. Though overshadowed commercially by the .243 Winchester, the 6mm Remington is a beloved cartridge among enthusiasts, handloaders, and vintage rifle owners. In the hands of a knowledgeable shooter, it remains one of the most accurate and effective .24 caliber hunting rounds available.
Number 3.
6.5 times 55mm Swedish Mauser. The 6.5 by 55mm Swedish Mauser, developed in 1891 by a joint effort between Sweden and Norway, is renowned for its exceptional accuracy, mild recoil, and deep penetrating bullets. Despite its age, it continues to be a top choice for hunters and long-range shooters. History: introduced 1891. Military use: Swedish and Norwegian armed forces, Mauser rifles, and Krag-Jurgensen variants. Cartridge type: military service cartridge, now widely used for civilian hunting, target shooting, and competitions. The 6.5 by 55 was a revolutionary small-bore military cartridge in its time. It stayed in military service well into the 20th century and remains a civilian favorite thanks to its ballistic efficiency and soft recoil. Cartridge specifications: bullet diameter, 0.264 inch, 6.7 millimeter. Neck diameter, 0.297 inch. Shoulder diameter, 0.441 inch. Base diameter, 0.480 inch. Rim diameter, 0.480 inch. Case length, 2.165 inch, 55 millimeter. Overall length, 3.15 inch. Case type: rimless, bottleneck. Standard pressure, CIP, 55,100 PSI. Primer type: large rifle musty cartridge, excels in penetration thanks to the high sectional density of 6.5mm bullets. Ideal applications: medium to big game hunting, excellent for deer, elk, moose, and even bear with proper loads. Target shooting: extremely accurate, used in 1,000-yard competition. Long-range shooting: ballistic coefficient of 6.5mm bullets is outstanding. Youth and recoil-sensitive shooters, soft recoil without sacrificing effectiveness. Pros: superb accuracy and ballistic coefficient, flat trajectory and high penetration. Excellent long-range performance, low recoil, great reloading flexibility. Still supported by many ammo manufacturers: Norma, Lapua, Hornady, Federal. Cons: SAMI max pressure is slightly lower than modern cartridges due to older rifles. Factory ammo can be underpowered in the US. Slightly longer overall length may limit use in some modern short actions. Reloading notes: bullet weights, 85 to 160 grains. Best powders: H4350, IMR 4350, RL19, N160, N165. Sweet spot: 140 grain bullets for all-around use. Long case neck allows seating long for caliber bullets without intrusion on powder space. Hand loaders can safely push velocities in modern rifles like Tikka, CZ, or Sauer beyond factory specs. Note, the 6.5 by 55 has more case capacity than 6.5 Creedmoor and handles heavier bullets better at similar pressures. Modern use. While once overshadowed by newer rounds like the 6.5 Creedmoor, the 6.5 x 55 mm Swedish remains a favorite among European hunters.
Number 2.
.280 Remington, aka 7 mm Express Remington. Introduced 1957. Parent case 3006 Springfield, necked down to 7 mm. Bullet diameter 0.284 inch, 7 mm. Case type rimless, bottleneck. Typical bullet weights 120 to 175 grains. Muzzle velocity 2700 to 3100 FPS. Recoil moderate. Primary use all-around big game hunting. History. Introduced by Remington in 1957, the .280 Rem was designed to bridge the performance gap between the .270 Winchester and the .3006 Springfield, using a 7 mm bullet for a flatter trajectory and excellent ballistic coefficient. Originally known as .280 Remington, it was temporarily rebranded in the 1970s as 7 mm Express Remington to boost popularity, but this created confusion with 7 mm Rem Mag and the name reverted. Despite its excellent performance, .280 Rem never reached the popularity of its competitors, often overshadowed by the 7 mm Rem Mag and .270 Win. Muzzle energy 2,700 to 3,200 foot-pounds. Effective hunting range up to 500 to 600 yards with proper optics and load. Advantages: excellent ballistics, high BC and SD from 7 mm bullets make it great for long range. Flat trajectory, nearly identical to .270 Win but with heavier bullets. Moderate recoil, gentler than .3006, especially with lighter projectiles. Versatility, effective for anything from deer to elk and moose. Efficient in long-action rifles, great barrel life, good powder efficiency. Drawbacks, less popular than peers. Ammo availability can be limited in some regions. Confusion with 7 mm Rem Mag. Naming issues in the past caused buyer hesitation. Not short-action friendly, needs a long action like .30-06. Lacks factory load variety, fewer options compared to .270 or .308. Use cases all around big game cartridge, ideal for deer, antelope, black bear, elk, and even moose. Western hunting, excels in open country where long shots are expected. Mountain hunts, flat shooting with enough energy for tough game. Reloader's dream, massive bullet selection in the 7 mm family. Compared to similar cartridges. Fun fact, the .280 Remington is often called the thinking man's 7 mm for shooters who want excellent ballistics without the muzzle blast or recoil of the 7 mm Rem Mag. Modern appeal in 2025, the .280 Rem is perfect for hunters who want a flatter trajectory than the .3006, more bullet weight than the .270, and a do-it-all cartridge without jumping to a Magnum. With modern bullet designs, it's enjoying a quiet resurgence, especially among hand loaders and Western hunters. Related variants: .280 Ackley Improved. Offers increased velocity, up to 150-200 FPS more. Sharper shoulder angle equals more case capacity. Can still fire .280 Rem factory ammo, fire forms the case.
Number 1.
.264 Winchester Magnum. Name: .264 Winchester Magnum. Introduced 1959. Parent case 375 H&H Magnum via .338 Win Mag. Bullet diameter 0.264 inch, 6.5 mm. Case type belted, bottleneck. Typical muzzle velocity 3,100 to 3,200 plus FPS, 140 grain bullet. Primary use: long-range hunting, deer, elk, precision shooting. Recoil medium to high. History: introduced in 1959 by Winchester, the .264 Win Mag was designed to offer flat-shooting, high-velocity performance in the vein of the already popular .270 Win, but with the benefits of the 6.5mm bullet. Initially chambered in the Model 70 Westerner, it gained a following among long-range Western hunters due to its high velocity, flat trajectory, and retained energy. However, it was quickly overshadowed by cartridges like the .300 Win Mag and, more recently, modern 6.5mm competitors like 6.5 Creedmoor and 6.5 PRC. Ballistics bullet weight range: 120 to 160 grains. Muzzle energy: 2,800 to 3,400 foot-pounds. Effective range: 600 to 1,000 yards with the right load and rifle. Extremely flat trajectory and high retained energy make it ideal for long-range hunting. Flat shooting, little holdover needed out to 400+ yards. High ballistic coefficient, BC, great for wind resistance and energy retention. Excellent for big game, performs well on deer, antelope, and elk with proper bullets. 6.5mm precision, 6.5. 5 bullets are known for balance between recoil and penetration. Drawbacks: barrel erosion, high velocity equals fast throat wear, especially with older barrels. Overbore cartridge, less efficient than modern 6.5mm options. Recoil, more than 6.5 Creedmoor or 6.5 PRC, closer to a .270 YBI mag. Ammo availability, less common today, often requires hand loading. Use cases: Western big game hunting, open terrain where long shots are expected. Mountain hunts, excellent trajectory and power at elevation. Long-range target shooting, capable performer out to 1,000 yards. Hand-loading enthusiasts benefit from customizing loads for performance or barrel life. Note, the .264 Win Mag still outpaces all of these in terms of raw velocity. Fun fact: Winchester marketed the .264 Win Mag as a 7mm Magnum killer, but ironically, it was the release of the 7mm Rem Mag in 1962 that pushed the .264 Win Mag into obscurity. The 7mm had heavier bullet options and a broader following. Is it worth it in 2025? Yes, if you're a hunter or shooter who values long-range performance and you don't mind hand-loading or moderate recoil, the .264 Win Mag is a hidden gem for shooters who want more punch than a 6.5 Creedmoor but don't need the blast of a .300 Magnum.